Good morning, class 9. Today I am going to teach you the first chapter of chemistry, matter in our surrounding. So let's start the chapter. As we look so many types of things around us like book, pencil, copy, table, chair, or the air we breathe, the food we eat, stones, cloud, star, plants and animals. Even a small drop of water or a particle of sand. Everything is matter. We can also see as we look around that all the things mentioned above occupy space and have mass. So when we write the definitions of matter, so it will be the definitions of matter. Anything that occupies space and have mass or volume are called matter. But in early times, human beings have been trying to understand their surrounding. Early Indian philosophers classified matter in the form of Panchatattva: air, earth, fire, sky, water. According to them, all the living things and non-living things are made up of these five things. But modern scientists classified these five things into according to their properties, physical properties or chemical properties. In this chapter, we are going to teach you according to physical properties. So let's start the matter, physical nature of matter. Matters is made up of particles. Each and every objects around us are made up of small things which is known as particles. Let's understand these things with an activity. Take 100 ml of beaker in a glass beaker and add some salts. Dissolve some salt or sugar with the help of glass rod. Then sugar and salt dissolve with water. Where does it disappear? Sometimes we observe that salt and sugar disappear. Why? Does the level of water change? There raise two questions. Where does it disappear and does the level of water change? The salt disappears. The salt particles, because the salt particles or sugar particles mixed with water. Does the level of water change? No, the levels of waters remain same after dissolving salt and sugar with the water. How small? Now the question is, how small are these particles of matter? This can also understand with the help of an activity. Take 2-3 crystal of potassium permanganate and dissolve them in 100 ml of water. Look at on this picture. In this beaker there is 100 ml of water. Then put 2 and 3 crystals of potassium permanganate, KMnO4, KMnO4, potassium permanganate, and put 2-3 crystals on water. Then take out approximately 10 ml of water from these solutions and put into 90 ml of clear water in other beaker. Keep diluting the solutions like this 5 to 8 times. Is the water still colored? Then we observe in last beaker the water is still colored, which show that the particles of matters are very small. They are very small in size. Even sometimes we can't observe them even with microscopes. Let's start the characteristics of particles of matter. First, the particles of matters have space between them. which we already observed in last two activity. First, when when the salt and sugar dissolve in water, the volume of water remains constant. This is because the sugar and salt particles the space between take the space between the particles of water. This is because the volume of water remains same. This so that the particles of matter have space between them. Next characteristics of particles of matters are continuously moving. The particles of matter are continuously moving. Put an unlit incense sticks in corner of your class. How close do you have to go near it so as to get its smells? Now light the incense sticks. What happens? Do you get the smell sitting at a distance? Yes, we can smell the incense sticks even we are sitting at a distance. That's so that the particles of matter are continuously moving. Take another activity. Take 2 glasses beaker filled with water. Put a drop of blue or a red ink slowly and carefully along the sides of the first beaker and honey in same way in the second beaker. Leave them undisturbed in your house or classroom. So we observe that sometimes we observe when we put a drop of ink in a water, then after sometimes we observe that the water change into blue color, which so that the particles of matter are continuously moving. Now the next characteristics, take the next characteristics, particles of matters attract each others. Look at, now understand these characteristics with the help of an activity. Look at on the picture. There are some women. They contact with each other like in our Gadwal region's Jhumelo dance. The second group in a classroom, we make 4 groups. The first group should hold each other from the back and lock arms like Edu Miss Me dancers or Jhumelo dance. Second group should hold hands from human's chain. Third one should form chain by touching each other. They only touch each other. Now the fourth group, students should run around and try to break 3 human chains one by one into as many small groups as possible. Which group was the easiest to break? Obviously the third group was easier to break because in this group they only contact with to touch each other. Then thereafter the second one is easiest to break and the hard one is the first group because they strongly connected each other. That's so that the particles of matters attract each other. Take another activity. Take iron nails, piece of chalk and rubber band. Try to break them by hammerings, cutting or stretchings. Which of 3 substances you think particles are held together with greater force of attractions? Obviously, the iron nails is difficult to break. That's so in iron nails, the particles have strong force of attraction. So these three are the characteristics of particles of matter. First, the particles of matter have space between them. Second, the particles of matter continuously moving. And third, the particles of matter attract each other. Thank you so much.